What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Now, probably like a lot of you, I've only watched this Batman trailer about 100,000 times since it was released last night, and somewhere in the middle of that I realized there might be an Easter egg for almost every villain included in this trailer. And oh, by the way, I'm not sure that's the Riddler in the intro with the goggles. We're going to break down all of the Easter eggs found so far here at Everything Always and revealed on Reddit, including what's the code in this card, what are all these symbols, and where tucked in certain parts and details of frames characters that aren't shown are revealed, including two shots of the Penguin that I feel like everybody missed. We're going to break down all of the Easter eggs found so far for the Batman trailer, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other stuff, including a 1/4 scale XM Studios Beta Ray build and our 3rd and final Infinity Saga box set. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around at the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, logically, we're going to go frame by frame through this and just point out the Easter eggs as we see them, and there's only 2 that I'm guessing at, and I'll explain them as we go. Either way, the rest of them are pretty straightforward. You just have to know where to look. Now, the first of which is this character right here, where I am seeing labeled as the Riddler literally everywhere and from places I trust. But I at least want to mention that if you look at a picture of the character Firefly from the Arkham Knights game, and again, this is a rumored villain, not a confirmed villain for this movie, if you compare the two and you omit the jetpack, this sort of looks like Firefly to me. Just because we're hearing Paul Dano's and the Riddler's voiceover doesn't necessarily mean who this character is. And yes, his jacket is green. You can clearly see it has a green tint to it, so it probably is the Riddler, but I at least want to mention he looks very Firefly-ish in this picture. Now, the real true Easter egg for the Riddler comes next, obviously with the calling card he leaves for Batman with a riddle inside, and as some of you may have noticed, the envelope for that card is indeed green, the signature color for the Riddler. Now, the next named character that we see an Easter egg for but is not shown in the trailer is Jamie Lawson's character, Bella Real. She's described in Business Wire's breakdown of the character earlier this year as a mayoral candidate, and obviously if she's going to be a candidate for mayor, you can clearly see her name there in the headline, and they already have a mayor, then it's most likely the mayor who dies, and it's his funeral scene that we see just a couple of seconds later in this trailer. Now, speaking of a couple of seconds later, literally the next 2 frames include this shot of the calling card from the Riddler. What we can read is, "Having a clue, let's play a game, just me and you." Now, all the credit to Reddit for figuring this out in literally about 5 hours. On the left, what it says there and out of frame is, "What does a liar do when he is dead?" And then the response that looks like it's written in some sort of hieroglyphics or code is actually, "He lies still," a turn of phrase and pun that would make any dad proud. And of course, the riddle here, he lies still as in not moving because he's dead, but he's still lying as in spreading lies. Now, there are a couple of more low-level villains and named characters in frames to come. It's unclear whether that's the mayor who passes away or the commissioner before Gordon gets it. A nice touch with finally showing us the eye makeup, but I want to talk about this graveyard scene right here. I've heard a couple of people say that, oh man, the graveyard is the way to the Batcave, that's hardcore, but didn't explain why. That's because the graves of his parents would most likely be in that graveyard, meaning that anytime he was coming or going as Batman, he would remember and or be reminded of his parents and why he's doing this in the first place, which really leads nicely into his comment, "I am vengeance," and sets the tone for this entire film. Now, I said I was only guessing at 2 Easter eggs, and here comes the second one. In a move that would make the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer proud, you can clearly see the license plate here in frame, S397WD, and not only that, they show us the rear license plate 2 more times clear in frame in this trailer, making me wonder if this wasn't a volume number for Batman, and Batman 397 is actually a full cover of none other than Two-Face, a story called Binary Brains. Two-Face is another one of the rumored villains that have been heavily reported to show up in this film and would fall right in line with leaving at least some sort of Easter egg for every villain that's to show up. Obviously, we get a lot of footage of Catwoman, and she's not hidden, but less frames of this Colin Farrell Penguin, and I thought it was crazy that in a lot of immediate reaction videos, people didn't realize this was Colin Farrell. They didn't realize it was the Penguin, and we got this frame of him and a couple of others. They then show Catwoman and Batman fighting in the mansion. There are a couple of other frames that have more newspaper clippings on the wall with the name Maroni. This is obviously Sal Maroni, the mob boss, famous lower-level Batman villain, not to be confused with Carmine Falcone. We've actually seen both of them in the Dark Knight trilogy. And outside of a couple more frames of Penguin, there's only one Easter egg left, what I think is the best Easter egg in this entire trailer, and the reason things like this are why I have a YouTube channel. When I found it last night going frame by frame, my hair stood straight up. I started calling my closest friends at 2 in the morning. This is the stuff that I think is awesome about movies and something that we hadn't seen before. The reason that his bat symbol would be yellow on an all-black suit is because his metal gun handle bat symbol took a point-blank shot from a pistol, and the singe of the metal-on-metal reaction makes this light yellow glow. Now, it only happens in 2 frames, the one before this and the one after it, but you can clearly see the yellow bat symbol on the black costume, not just because, but because there was a reason for it. Look, this entire trailer felt like a detective experience and almost an allegory for what this movie is, and you see the word lies all over the trailer. That's what I'm going to expect from this narrative and from this film. A ton of misdirection in a film that delivers on a couple of levels. For those fans who want a fresh take on Batman, we haven't really had one since the Dark Knight trilogy. I loved Batfleck myself, but I'm not counting Batman vs. Superman as a Batman movie. And for B, fans of superhero movies in general, be it DC or Marvel, who just want a fresh take on the genre in film, we haven't had a visceral beater like this that's hoping to deliver on the psychological thriller and detective style films as well, a sort of vintage noir take on an IP that we know well, but hasn't been really represented like this before. And again, with it being as long as it's been since we've had a pure Batman movie, I am ultra excited. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. How did you like this trailer? Did you know or see any of these Easter eggs? Are there any Easter eggs I missed? I'm sure people are going to keep finding them for a couple of weeks, as dense as this was and as many as we found off the bat. Yes, pun totally intended. And by the time I start making puns about the name of the superhero we're covering in the video, it's usually time to end the video. So with that, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 700,000 subscriber mark. We're headlong into that, should easily hit that in the next couple of months. All you have to do to be entered to win, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and that'll automatically enter you to win all the rest of the prizes here at the channel, like this insane 1/4 scale XM Studios Beta Ray bill, as well as our 3rd and final Infinity Saga box set that we'll be giving away at the holiday season. If you want to be entered to win either of the PlayStations, the Beta Ray bill, the Infinity Saga box set, or any of the future prizes we announce here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell with notifications turned on to keep up with the channel. Leave a like and a comment on this video, and the more videos you comment on, because it's truly random, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of the videos, the same way we're doing here. And if you've missed any of the previous winner announcements, no worries. All you have to do, scroll back through the channel, look for the winner announcement and the sub count denoted in the title, click on that video, and scroll to the end. My name is Michael Roman. This is Everything Always, guys. Thanks so much for checking out the channel, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.